Hello there! Welcome to my show, COVID-19 update by Heerak for August 25th, 2020. This is Tuesday, second day of the Republican National Convention. A lot of things happening here, however. Um, Personally, for me, it's a great day because my sister, Vicky, got her doctorate today. So, yay! Vicky. If Vicky can't do it, who can? Vicky. Yay! Congratulations on your doctorate. So, my sister has worked very hard. Um, she went to Temple University, so she's a Temple owl. She majored in communications at Temple. She transferred to Temple University from Calvin College. So she has a lot of great friends from Calvin College, which is in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Um, she started out as a biology or science major, then transferred and majored in communications. And she went to Columbia University for her master's in science and social work, MSW. Um, and that was a 2-year intensive program at Columbia University. And then she got accepted to University of Maryland um, for a PhD in social work, and that's in Baltimore. That's where all the health sciences are, and I guess social work being related to health sciences there as well. And then she finished basically most of her coursework, or all of her coursework. Um, and then she ended up transferring and getting her doctorate somewhere else. But yeah, so congratulations to my sister. Congratulations, Vicky. Congratulations, Vicky, on your great achievement. Yeah, so she's done some great things in her life. She continues to do great things, and I'm sure she'll do amazing, great things in the future. So she's a college administrator in Delaware, and my parents are in Delaware, and my other sisters in Delaware too. So hi Delaware, hi everybody in Delaware. People know me in Delaware, you know. Uh, yeah, here at Christian Kim, you mentioned my name. A lot of people know me in Delaware. Um, yeah, so yeah, I worked in the state of Delaware as a certified nursing assistant, CNA. And you know, I've worked as a CNA, certified nursing assistant in Virginia as well. So I have coworkers who are there. Hi, fellow coworkers. I'm sure they're watching this show. Everybody watches this show. Yeah. Um, yeah, you know, Delaware is a small state, like 1 million people. Everybody knows everybody, you know. You know, it's funny. But yeah, I'm so excited about my sister getting her doctorate. She's brilliant. Three of us, all of us went to Fairfax Christian Academy. Um, so yeah, so we have a lot of friends at Fairfax Christian Academy, and Mr. Bacon and Mr. McQueen are retiring. Hi, Mr. Bacon. Hi, Mr. McQueen. So they're having. They were originally planning to have a barbecue like in the spring. Like I guess it was in May or June. I was planning to go, but it got canceled. I got a letter from Fairmount Christian Academy saying that it's rescheduled for like October, I think it is. Uh, so yeah, I don't know. They may have to postpone that again. Mr. Bacon, Mr. McQueen, I guess your retirement celebration is going longer and longer. So yeah, Fairmount Christian Academy is in Erdenheim, Pennsylvania. That's like near Germantown in Pennsylvania. Yeah, I went back for my alumni reunion. It wasn't really a reunion. It was like alumni meetup after a basketball game. So it was a lot of fun, you know. Yeah, talking with Mr. Baker was fun. I enjoyed talking with everybody there. Mr. Struck, yeah. And obviously, my history teacher from Belmont. Um, I won the history award, Mr. Sortness, and Mr. Sortness was telling me two of his children are in this area. Like, one maybe in Virginia's 8th district. So, yeah, vote for me. Don't forget to vote for me if you're Mr. Sortness' child. My history teacher. Yeah, I won the history award at Belmont Christian Academy. So, yeah. So, Mr. Sortness is funny because he's from North Dakota. I think it's North Dakota. No, Montana. He's from Montana, and he's Norwegian. And he's really proud of his Norwegian roots. And my best buddy Ed Mosang, from Philmont, he's Norwegian as well. He's not 100% Norwegian, but he's like Norwegian, German, and like um, Czech, 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 Czech. He's like part Czech, part Romanian. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's congratulations to my sister. Yeah, everybody at Philmont are probably very proud of you. Don't forget to send the class notes announcement. Yeah. Um, yeah, as you know, I did my doctoral studies at UCLA in history. So I have my UCLA mouth mask that I have here. So I really like this mask. I ordered it from Contrato. It's like an English company, uh, and they make custom design stuff. So yeah, so it's kind of like custom made. You know, I couldn't find any mask that I really liked. So I designed it my own. I like it. Because it has the emblem and it's like and it fits really well. It's this mask. For me, it's more the cosmetic thing. That's why I ordered it. I like the way it looks. I'll probably, if I'm outside, I may wear like a surgical mask underneath this mask. The surgical mask gives you like protection, but this looks better than surgical mask. So I can wear this over my surgical mask. It is tight fitting, so it feels good. Uh, so yeah, I like it. I'm happy with the order. And Contrado seems like it's a new company that makes all kinds of different kinds of things, not just face masks, but like other clothing items. So yeah, so you can shop online for Contrado. I mean, I recommend it. I like my purchase. I'm going to tell you about it. Yeah, so it's a British company. It just comes to show you anybody can be creative and start a company in COVID-19. I mean, I basically what I do is I Google and I wanted a face mask, that kind of went with my, school, background, I was looking through UCLA mask on Amazon and, elsewhere. I didn't really like any of the masks that they had. So I'm like, I want a mask that expresses me. And Contrado designs masks. There are several people who design masks, but I like Contrado the best for, um, I mean, it seemed like they knew what they're doing and it was very easy to design. So, yeah, I made my own mask. Um, yeah, I'm just a simple guy. I like to wear a mask that I like. you know, if I don't see any mask that I like, I think I make one myself. But yeah, so there are companies like Contrado who custom design stuff, and you can start your own company. It's not that hard to start a company, I would argue. And you'll probably make far more money than going to college. Although, it's ironic because I'm bragging about my time at Georgetown too, but at UCLA. And this is because I have degrees from UCLA. And so I'm an alumnus of UCLA. So you kind of have to go to college to be an alumnus. But if you're a billionaire, who cares if you don't go to college, right? I mean, Bill Gates did not graduate from Harvard. Mark Zuckerberg did not graduate from Harvard. They both dropped out. But you know, they're billionaires. They're like more famous than all the Harvard alumni combined. You know, so yeah, you know, priorities, right? A lot of people who graduate from college 2020, class of 2020, they don't have any jobs right now. You know, because the economy is doing bad. Companies are cutting jobs. They're not creating new ones. So class of 2020, most of them don't really have jobs. You know. Um, yeah, they went back home, live with their parents, and they have to look for a job or whatever. But for the foreseeable future, they're not going to have jobs, really, you know, because COVID-19 is here to stay. Uh, so yeah, I'd say be like Contrada, you know. This mask is nice, you know. Like if you see the inside of the mask, there's like Contrada little sign there. I mean, they're really nice. I don't know how you know how they arrange to do that. I obviously they're the retailers, so they obviously got a probably got a factory to make their stuff, and then they sell it. It was shipped through Federal Express, and you know, it arrived like a few days after I ordered it. It's pretty impressive, you know. People who run Contrada know what they're doing. Yeah, I mean, but you know, you could start a company like that too. I mean, basically, all you need to do to make money in a business is you start something, you get customers. If the customers buy your stuff, you make money. It's pretty simple, you know. You don't need to have a degree, you know. Nobody's going to ask you if you got a doctorate from, you know, Harvard. Nobody cares. They just buy your product, you know. And that's why being in sales or starting your own stuff, um, that's probably the best way to make money than go to college, you know. As I was saying, if you work for Don Beyer, you know, who's my opponent, he's current congressman, Democrat, Virginia's 8th district. But if you run, you know, he's a big millionaire who owns a lot of car dealerships. So if you work for his Volvo, Don Beyer Volvo, and you sell his cars, you don't even need a high school diploma if he's willing to hire you. And if you sell like $50 million worth of cars, Don Beyer won't care if you don't have a college degree or high school degree. And that's like that with all the business owners. They don't care if you have a college degree or high school degree, unless you make that money. That's what they care about. It's like any businessman, you know. There are a lot of people who get real estate license who don't have a college degree, who make millions per year. You know, far more than Harvard graduates with summa cum laude. So yeah, put priorities straight. You know, getting a college degree isn't that important. You know, if you become a millionaire without a college degree, that may be far better for you. So put things into perspective. I know there are all these teachers out there, and I'm a teacher. You know, I'm licensed as a teacher in Virginia, Washington, D.C., Tennessee, Alabama, South Carolina, Georgia. I'm basically, you know, licensed in Georgia. All I have to do is teach one day, and then my license comes out. I have you know, I have the permit. Um, you know, but I know a lot of my colleagues, you know, teachers, they want to get everybody to study, get the degree, go to college. But I say I disagree with them. I don't think it's necessary. I mean, I believe in the value of education, but I believe more in the value of money. It's better for you to feed your family without a high school diploma than starve to death with a high school diploma. Same with college degree. It's better to feed your children and your wife and yourself without a college degree than starve to death with a college degree. I read an article about a Californian couple who have like what, Harvard degree and a Yale degree, and they're homeless. These things happen, you know. It would have been far better had they not go to Harvard and Yale, if they started to work at age 18. You know, they made have probably, you know, they would have probably made far more money if they were serious and organized. And if they're serious about making money, you could easily make $1 million in America if you're serious about making money and you're focused on that. It's far better not to go to college and focus on you know, making money if that's what you want to do. Because you have much higher chance of becoming a millionaire starting to work at 18 with a clear goal and vision, and then going to college. You know, a lot of college graduates don't become millionaires. Yeah, you know, I mean, in this market, as I said, people who studied for 4 years who graduated in 2020, they don't have jobs. Going to college is like useless right now. But there are a lot of beautiful women in college, like at UCLA. You see the volleyball players there; they're all really beautiful. And above that, you have the volleyball players from Georgetown or Hoya Sexa. You see my Georgetown shirt. This is the graduate student government T-shirt that we designed. Actually, our director of groups, Ethan, designed it. He's a graduate of University of Southern California, who's doing his master's in Asian Studies at Georgetown School of Law School of Foreign Service. So this is his second year. But last year he was a director of groups, and he designed this shirt. In August during orientation day, we kind of talked about it, you know, and he did a good job, you know. I mean, it looks good, right? So, you know, throughout the year, you know, all of us were giving out these shirts to all the graduate students. We have 9,000 graduate students at Georgetown. You know, I was the vice president of graduate student government, Grad Gov. So as the vice president of graduate student government, you know, I did my part. You know, I organized the graduate student government senate made up of all the senators representing their program, master's and doctoral programs. In every single department, in every single program, they sent like a senator. So I was tasked with organizing that. And I did that, you know, with fellow committee members, organizing it from the executive board. You know, I'm the vice president. You know, that's generally the task of the vice president. So I conducted a lot of directorial programs, and you know, so they all know me. Heerak Christian Kim. Yeah, I'm also running for Congress, independent candidate for U.S. Congress in Virginia's 8th District. I started running for U.S. Congress in November 2019. So, yeah, I started running for U.S. Congress for Virginia's 8th District while I was the vice president of graduate student government. And, you know, second year and final year student of clinical nurse leader program at Georgetown University. You know, as you know, I graduated in August 2020 from clinical nurse leader program. And my degree was officially awarded by Georgetown University on Monday, August 21st, 2020. So and my GPA is 3.528, so it's an A minus GPA. So, you know, I'm one of the smarter ones in my cohort. Yeah, I don't want to say smarter, but my GPA is, you know, on the up, you know, within my cohort. There are 25 of us who graduated in August. CNL 2020, Georgetown, CNL 2020, yay! Our degree has been awarded as of Monday, August 24, 2020, from Georgetown University, yay! Yeah, so, you know, I'm excited. I'm very happy that my degree was awarded. Yeah, 2 years, that was like living hell. And you could ask any one of us 25 people who are in the clinical nurse leader program at Georgetown, cohort 2020, they will all tell you it was living hell for 2 years. Yeah, but you know, all of us are happy we did it. But it doesn't change the fact that it was living hell for 2 years. It was like, it started with a pre-course that had no credit, which is like a pre-course in advanced pathophysiology in June 2018. And then the course ended like August. And then in August, our program officially started, cohort 2020, clinical nurse leader with like 34 students. And 34 students started, and student after student kept dropping out of our cohort, CNL 2020 cohort. And then a CNL stands for clinical nurse leader. And then by May, we had 25 left from 34, so 9 dropped out. That's a lot of people, right? Um, they dropped out of our cohort, but it's hard, but I'm glad 25 of us made it. I'm glad all of us made it. Yay, CNL 2020, CNL 2020, Georgetown, yay. Tomorrow is the official day, first day of classes at Georgetown University. Georgetown University is 100% online. Graduate schools, every single one is online. School of Foreign Service, all of their courses are online. School of Nursing and Health Studies courses are online. School of, Bucor School of Public Policy, 100% of their courses are online. Every single graduate level, graduate school courses are online. History, English, math, physics, chemistry, everything is online, yes. And all the undergraduate courses are online. And I give myself credit because I've been tweeting Georgetown University and lobbying to get Georgetown University closed for months because I didn't want anybody to die. Because I like people. I'm vice president of graduate student government from May 2019 to May 2020, and I organized the graduate student government senate, so I know every single senators. Um, and I've done a lot, for Georgetown University, for graduate students at Georgetown, for graduate student government, grad gov. And I've made a lot of achievements, helping people. And it gives me joy to help people. And so, yeah, I don't want them to die. Like, Ethan is his second year now. He was first year when he started, uh, you know, uh, in the fall of 2019. So he's graduating in 2021. So yes, he was an executive board member as a director of groups. And he's going to be graduating 1 year later. I didn't want him to die or other people to die that I know. And COVID-19 kills people, and so I lobbied to save lives of people I know at Georgetown by having the college go 100% online. The university, every single college within the university, every single school. Like business school is 100% online too. And I'm proud of what I've accomplished. I've lobbied and I was able to convince Georgetown to go 100% online. So I'm happy that I did, and I'm glad that administrators at Georgetown made the right decision to go 100% online, because this will save lives. Not just lives of students but professors and staff members. So Georgetown made the right decision. You will see in the flu season a lot of people dying. I'm predicting that minimum 3 million people will die in America. 3 million people will die in America if average of 60,000 people die per state. That's not that hard, I think. One state has a lot of cities. And in April, about a little over 1 month, like over 30,000 died from New York. In just 1 month. And flu season is like 6 months long from beginning to end. So I don't think we'd have any problem having 60,000 die per state. Yeah, if the flu season lasted full 6 months, New York might have had about 200,000 people die. Yeah, so it was a very short period, a little over 1 month, and over 30,000 died in New York. So yes, I think 6 million. 3 million is easy. We may have like 6 million die. So yeah, I'm glad that I persuaded Georgetown to close down campus and go 100% online. I consider that one of my important achievements to save lives in this area. And obviously, I have a personal care and love for people at Georgetown because I served as vice president of graduate student government, vice president of 9,000 graduate students at Georgetown, representing them. I've done great work. I'm proud of what I've accomplished as the vice president at Georgetown. And history will stand by and affirm my achievement as vice president of graduate student government at Georgetown. Um, everybody's proud of me. Nearly everybody. Only all the people who matter, they're proud of me. So, you know, um, yes, I'm proud. I've done a lot and I've achieved a lot of good as vice president of graduate student government, and this will be recorded in history for hundreds of years to come. Because as you know, here at Christian Kim, that's who I am. I'm Leonardo da Vinci of 21st century. So yeah, I mean, historians will write about me, poets will write poems about me, and singers will sing about me. That's expected. You see me in this show. You see how great I am in terms of helping you and your family with information you need, analysis, right? Bringing expertise to help you. So you know that I'm one of the good guys in your life, and so I'm happy to be someone who is helpful to you. And obviously I was very helpful to people at Georgetown. 9,000 graduate students, they love me. I graduated in honor. What can I say? I graduated with 3.52 GPA while being the vice president of graduate student government at Georgetown University. I mean, think about that. While being the president of Georgetown Collaborative Diplomacy Initiative and organizing the greatest, biggest, most awesome Chinese New Year celebration in the history of Georgetown University. Think about that. Best guest time. What I have achieved at Georgetown is just incredible. It's historic, and historians will be writing about it because I have achieved phenomenal amount of goodness at Georgetown. I represent the good force at Georgetown, power of good over evil. Power of good over evil. Can I get a 5 with Heerak being the power of good over evil at Georgetown? Can I get a 5? Can I get a 5? Yeah. So the good has triumphed at Georgetown University because of Heerak Christian Kim, independent candidate for U.S. Congress in Virginia State District. I like Georgetown a lot because it's a Christian university. It stands for biblical values such as opposing homosexuality. I don't believe in the liberal media. Neither does the Bible. Romans chapter 1 clearly says gay marriage is evil. And that is the official position of the Christian church. The Holy Bible is the official position of the Christian church. It's the official position of the Vatican. The official position of all Bible-believing Christians is LGBTQ nation is evil. So I'm very happy to stand with the Holy Bible against the evil forces of LGBTQ in the world that seek to destroy Christianity and the Bible, ethics and morality. And Georgetown University stands against abortion. It's a Catholic university. Obviously, Catholics stand against homosexuality and abortion. That's a historic Christian faith. So yes, I'm very proud to be linked with Georgetown University and be the power and force of good at Georgetown. Yeah, because we need representation of good everywhere we are, but particularly in Catholic universities or Protestant universities or Christian universities, we need a strong force of good. So I'm very happy to be the strong leader who provides an example of what goodness is. Can I get a 5 on the good? Can I get a 5 on the good? Yeah, I mean, majority of Americans are good. It's just a few minority bad apples that try to destroy Christianity or destroy Bible morality. Yeah, just ignore them, they don't matter. Can I get a 5 on that? Can I get a 5? Yeah, so Georgetown University is starting again, tomorrow. Tomorrow is the first day of fall semester 2020. Yeah, I'm be proud to be in a Catholic university. 2,000 years of proud Catholic tradition. That's what Georgetown University represents. Can I get a 5 on 2,000 years of proud Catholic tradition at Georgetown University? Yeah, so you are at a Catholic university. Something to be very happy about and proud about. Proud to be in a Jesuit Catholic university like Georgetown. I'm proud to be in a, proud to be in a Christian university like Georgetown. Do you see the Georgetown mascot, the Hoya? Yeah. And I talk about Georgetown's Catholic tradition all the time in this show, as you know, because I respect the Catholic tradition of opposing homosexuality for 2,000 years. Homosexuals, were excommunicated, and it's a good thing, because that's what the New Testament says we must do, and obviously we should follow the Bible. Um, Yeah, and abortion obviously is murder. The Pope said when a woman has abortion, it's like her hiring a hitman to kill. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm very happy to be at Georgetown, a Catholic university. You should be too. All of you starting out tomorrow at Georgetown, you should be proud to be at a Catholic university that is 100% Catholic in terms of its identity, I mean, there are a lot of Catholic universities in America. They all hold to a value system that's in the Bible, right? I mean, you can't knock it. I mean, if you don't want to be part of it, you can leave. There are a lot of schools you don't have to be at Georgetown or at a Christian school if you don't want to be. Yeah, it's a freedom. But uh, Bible believing Christians have the right to reject homosexuality and reject abortion. That's our right. And obviously, we have the right to officially stand against homosexuality, officially stand against abortion, um, as Catholics, because that's the official Vatican position, or as any other denomination in Christianity, Presbyterian, Methodist, or whatever, Baptist. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, America is made up of over 300 million Christians, and all of them respect the Bible. So when push comes to shove, they're going to all oppose LGBTQ. Watch, if there's any kind of all-out confrontation, I guarantee you LGBTQ will not have an inch to stand on in America. You know what I'm saying? Can I get a 5 on that? Can I get a 5 on 300 million Americans being decent? Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, we're decent because we follow Bible morality. Um, there are a lot of beauty in women. I'm happy to be a man appreciating the beauty of women that God has created. Obviously, I can only marry one and have sex with one throughout my life and have children. But that's God has His rules. We follow His rules, right? And those UCL volleyball players are very great, attractive. Hopefully, all of them get married before 26 because after 26, it's all downhill. They'll have like they have like cottage cheese on their thighs. All the women get cottage cheese. Everything starts drooping. So yeah, you should get married. A smart woman gets married before 26. It's just the way people are. If you're smart, you know how to buy, buy buy low and sell high. I mean, when you pass 26, you're like a spinster. You're like Ward maid. You know, I mean, geez, I'm just gonna tell it like it is. It's better to tell you the truth, so you know what to do when you're between 18 to 26, right? I mean, there are feminazis who lie to you and say, hey, get married at 35. I mean, geez, you're like your eggs are like raisins. I mean, you may even not get pregnant after 30. Your chance of becoming infertile increases dramatically after 30. I mean, geez, you know how many women after 30 can't have children? They have to get fertility treatments. The best time to have children is like 18 to 24. You pass that, I mean, geez, you may, it gets risky. Past 30, I mean, you may be barren. You may not have any children. So, yeah, so get married. I mean, it's not just about you being beautiful, most beautiful between 18 to 24. So you should use your beauty to leverage it to marry the man that is optimal for you to marry. You know, it's not just about that. It's about you having children. You may not be able to have children after 30. Um, yeah, it's just biological. And, you know, feminazis want to like destroy your happiness and tell you don't have to get married, you know, but hey, it's your body. It's your future children, right? I mean, geez, it's your future happiness. These feminazis want you to throw it all away. You're going to listen to them? It's ridiculous. Yeah. Um, yeah, so welcome to my show. If you like what you hear, keep hearing. If you don't like what you hear, you could turn it off. I mean, it's a free country, right? Yeah. So I'm practicing my First Amendment rights to share my ideas with you because being open is listening to my ideas, right? If you cannot listen to my ideas openly, then you're not an open person. You know, by definition, right? You're a closed person. But anyway, I'll call a spade a spade. What can I say? Can I get a fight on that? Spade is a spade. Spade is a spade. Obviously, I'm conservative. I went to CPAC. You know, I enjoyed it. I got these two stickers from CPAC and March for Life, anti-abortion. I don't believe the liberal media. Yeah, Bible's correct when it says homosexuality is evil. I don't believe in the liberal media. They lie. Yeah, so the Bible doesn't lie. Bible's the truth. So I follow the Bible. Yeah. So as I said yesterday, I don't lie to you. I'm going to tell you the truth because there's high chance you will die before Christmas from COVID-19. Everyone who's watching out there, I mean, geez, if 3 to 6 million people die in America, it could be you. You could be one of those. I'm not going to lie to you. Yesterday I said, you know, you have, you know, yesterday was below 1,000, and I'm like, yeah, don't pay attention to that. We're like having 1,000 deaths per day. And, you know, you have one day fluke. That's what it was yesterday, one day fluke. And see what I mean? We have 1,229 COVID-19 deaths in 24 hours. That's our new normal in August. This is August. And you know what that means. During winter time, it's going to be exponentially greater. Yeah. Harry knows what I mean. He's like nodding. You see him nodding? Exponentially greater in the fall. And even more so in the winter. Yeah, it's going to be horrible. Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt that 60,000 minimum will die per state. There are 50 states, so 3 million minimum will die in the United States. I don't think you should doubt that. It's just science. I mean, you may not believe in science. You may think Earth is flat. I mean, you know, you have the right to believe what you want, but I mean, you know, it doesn't make the Earth flat just because you believe that. Earth is round. So you could be a denier of the science, denier of the truth. Doesn't mean you're right. You know, Bible says homosexuality is evil, Romans chapter 1. Doesn't matter what you say, Romans chapter 1 doesn't change. You know what I'm saying? That's who God is. That's what God has told us, you know? So, yeah, I mean, you could say or believe what you want, but I mean, the truth is there. Truth is out there. Yeah, X-Files. Yeah, it's a little aside. I mean, X-Files, you know? I mean, those shows are kind of interesting stuff, you know? Yeah, anyhow. Anywho, yeah. So our total death rate is now at 178,477. We have over 1,000 dying per day in August, in summer, when there should be 0 death. China has 0 death for 4 months, 0 death for 4 months. In China, a country of 1.2 billion people, country that is 4 times the size of America, 0 death for 4 months. And now, United States of America, we have over 1,000 deaths per day in the summer. In the summer. Those of you who think the COVID-19 is going away, you guys are deluding yourself, because if COVID-19 did not go away since it arrived in America, it did not go away ever. Why do you think it will go away? On what scientific proof do you base this claim? I'm saying what you're saying is a lie. I don't believe in the liberal media. COVID-19 will never go away. HIV never went away. Hepatitis C never went away. It's a 365 days a year virus like COVID-19. You know, I've been saying that since the beginning of my show, April 2nd, that COVID-19 is a 365 days a year virus. And I've been right every single time, you know? Yeah, and I'm right about what's going to happen during the flu season. Over 3 million Americans would die. Obviously, I'm trying to reduce the death by creating this show. I'm trying to reduce the number of people who die. And obviously, if you follow my instructions, we're going to be able to reduce the death, you know? Why do you think I tried to close down Georgetown University? Because if we opened Georgetown University, we would have had dozens or hundreds of Georgetown University students dying in the flu season. That's why I lobbied to close down Georgetown University, because I care about Georgetown University. I care about Georgetown students. I don't want Georgetown University to be sued for negligence when dozens or hundreds of students die, because you know the parents are going to sue the university. You know that's going to happen. Some things are predictable, right? When children die, the parents will get mad. They'll start blaming who? The university. Who else are they going to blame? That's what they're going to do. And then what they're going to do, they're going to sue the university for liability. It's going to get messy, messy, messy. So colleges that closed are smart. Obviously, state universities don't have to worry too much, because if the parents sue the state university, then it's parents versus the state university. But Georgetown University is not a state university, so it does have to worry if it gets sued. It doesn't have inordinate amount of money, right? Obviously, you know, I still think state universities should close down too. Even if you can, you know, you have unlimited state resources to fight the parents, you know, just to save lives, you know. I mean, student lives are not expendable. Human beings are not expendable. Look how beautiful these women are with UCLA volleyball shirts. All of them can be good Christian mothers, mother of 3 or 4 good Christian children. They could be grandparents of like 20 different grandchildren in the future. I mean, they have their whole life ahead of them. Why let COVID-19 kill them? It doesn't make sense. Deaths are preventable. COVID-19 deaths are preventable. And Heerak Christian Kim, independent candidate for U.S. Congress in Virginia's 8th District, that's who I am. I am trying to prevent COVID-19 death. That's what I'm trying to do, prevent COVID-19 death. Obviously, you cannot prevent 100%. Some are going to die. But, you know, if we could reduce death from 6 million to 3 million, that's successful. You know what I'm saying? Or from 3 million to 1 million. You know, I mean, a lot of people are going to die, but we're trying to reduce it as much as I can. You know, I'm Heerak Christian Kim, independent candidate for U.S. Congress in Virginia's 8th District. So you should vote for me to save lives in Virginia, to save lives in Washington, D.C., this whole area. Because I don't believe in the liberal media. I tell you the truth. Liberal media lies to you. Liberal media says Bible doesn't hate homosexuals. Liberal media lies to you. Of course, Bible hates homosexuals. Romans chapter 1 is there in clear print. You can read it. It clearly shows it hates homosexuals. Liberal media lies to you and say Bible doesn't oppose homosexuality. That's an absolute lie. I mean, Bible says God killed everybody in Sodom and Gomorrah for homosexuality. Why would it say that if it didn't hate homosexuals? Liberal media lies to you. But Heerak Christian Kim, independent candidate for U.S. Congress in Virginia's 8th District, I tell you the truth, and truth shall set you free. So help you God. Yeah. Can I get a 5 on the truth? Can I get a 5 on the truth? Yeah. You know, sometimes, you know, people cannot handle the truth. As Jack Nicholson said in A Few Good Men, the movie, A Few Good Men, you cannot handle the truth. Yeah, some of you can't handle the truth. But, you know, that's why you believe in the lies of the liberal media, because you cannot handle the truth. But Heerak Christian Kim will tell you the truth. Romans chapter 1 shows God hates homosexuals. Heerak Christian Kim is not going to lie to you because you deserve the truth. Why should Heerak Christian Kim lie to you? Why should anybody lie to you? I don't believe in the liberal media, fake news, because fake news lies and say God loves homosexuals. That's a lie. Why would God kill every homosexual in Sodom and Gomorrah? Refused to send missionaries to them if God loved them. God refused to send missionaries to Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah. So, yeah, that's how much God hates homosexuals, you know? I don't believe the liberal media. I'm just going to tell you what the Bible says, you know? Yeah, you know, there's too many lies in the world, and there's too much liberal media trying to lie to you. You may die before Christmas from COVID-19. Why should you live with lies all over you, all around you? Why? You may die before Christmas, 2020. I mean, don't you want last few weeks, months of your life to be filled with truth and not lies? Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't want you to die, but somebody's going to die. Some people are going to die. You know, that's just unavoidable. Next to UCLA volleyball team, you see University of West Georgia. University of West Georgia volleyball team. I did my Master of Education in Reading Instruction at University of West Georgia. I have 4.0 from there, straight A's. So I'm a reading specialist in Washington, D.C., certified reading specialist. Yeah. And next to University of West Georgia, you have University of Pennsylvania volleyball team. Obviously, the season is canceled because of COVID-19, but they're wonderful looking people. I'm sure many of them will make great Christian wives and mothers, you know, who raise good Christian children. Next to that is, you know, hopefully my future wife. I'm just kidding. I'm not married. I've never been married in my life. I don't have children. I'm hoping to marry a great Christian who looks like that, like whose body looks like that. You know, yeah. I mean, you know, that's the body that you should try to achieve if you're a woman. You know, I mean, it's like going to Harvard, right? Having that kind of body is like being a Harvard of women. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, you know, 99.9% of the men will marry her, you know, just looking at her body. Um, yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. There are too many people lying to you. 99%, I would even say 100, but, you know, just in case there are some exceptions, 99.9% of the men will marry her without considering anything else. You know, yeah, jeez, you know. I mean, if you're like 18 to 24 with that kind of body, and that kind of body will not last. When you hit 26, you're not going to have that kind of body. Yeah, your body at 26 is not going to look like that. Yeah, that's like an 18 to 22-year-old body. You're not going to have that body forever. Everything is going to start getting fatter, and yeah, yeah. When you're 18 to 20, that's when you should get married because you have a body like that. You're desired by every man. You could pick and choose the best out of whatever, and marry the best possible. That's what you should do. If you wait until 26, you're not going to be able to get all the men you want. You may get what, maybe 15, 20%. I'm talking about a woman who had that body like that at age 26, 27. Yeah. I mean, you know, men are like that. But anyway, yeah, so be smart. Don't listen to feminazis who's going to destroy your future happiness. You may be barren. You may not be able to have children because you waited too long. Yeah, once you pass 30, man, your ability to have children goes significantly down. Yeah, it's science. I mean, you may reject science, but it's biological. It's what happens to human body. Yeah, so top, you know, what is that? Top five. Top five cases, top five for COVID-19 cases in America. California is number one. And you see California is 181,048. Yeah, cases. 12,380 deaths. 2% are dying. Yeah, as you know, UCLA is University of California, Los Angeles. It's a state university belonging to California. It's it's over 50% non-white. Majority of the students being Asian. So I have the 100% backing of UCLA. Majority students. It's like without a doubt. Hey, UCLA Bruins, can I get a 5 on full support for Heerak Christian Kim, independent candidate for U.S. Congress of Virginia's 8th District? Yeah, I mean, I could guarantee you Asians of all backgrounds want me to win. That's like, I could guarantee you that. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm popular, to all races, but Asians see me as their like role model or a symbol for Asian community at UCLA. They see me. I've taught at UCLA. I've taught Asians at UCLA, blacks, whites, Hispanic students at UCLA. But Asians have always seen me at UCLA as their like symbol, their potential. So when good things happen to Heerak Christian Kim, they feel like good things could happen to them. So I'm kind of like a mascot of Asians at UCLA. you know, um, yeah. I mean, I'm just telling you as it is. Yes, I'm sure I have full support at UCLA, without a doubt. What can you say? Blood is thicker than water. You know what they say. We always as Asians are kind of linked by blood. Like Koreans, Chinese, Japanese, we're all the same race. Yeah. Yeah, these things matter. You may think it doesn't matter, but it does. Um, yeah, I'm sure I have full support of Chinese people at UCLA, Japanese people at UCLA, Korean people at UCLA. I'm sure I have full support of Filipinos at UCLA, Vietnamese at UCLA. I don't doubt it. Can I get a 5 on that? Yeah. But anyway, life is like that. There are things that are more important than like, political party. To a lot of people, political party is like, they don't really care. Most people don't really care about the political party, except like when they're at conventions and stuff, Other than that, they don't really care. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like it's the least important of your, identities, your political party affiliation. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah. Second, number 2 among COVID-19, top COVID-19 cases in USA is Florida. 605,502 cases. Death is at 2% rate. So 10,580 people have died. Yeah, and this is like in the summertime. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's pretty sad. Texas is number 3. 604,286,000. I mean, no. You know, 604,286 cases. And the death rate is at 2% as well. And 11,935 have died. I just want to point something out to you because obviously I'm providing expert analysis for you so you can understand COVID-19 better. California, Florida, Texas have a lot of Hispanics. And unfortunately, when you look at Latin America, a lot of Latin American countries have serious number of deaths, far more than European countries. So Latin America is becoming the continent of death, COVID-19 death. I think it is significant that the top 3 states have large Hispanic population. So I'm worried for Hispanic Americans. Hispanic Americans are mostly Christians. I think all of them are Christians, with a few exceptions maybe. I'm predicting 1 million Hispanic Americans will die minimum from COVID. There are a lot of Hispanics in America. They're the greatest minority. Number 1 minority is Hispanic Americans. After that, it's Black Americans. But unfortunately, like in Africa, nobody's dying. So I don't think African Americans will be the greatest segment of death. But it seems like Hispanic Americans will be, because if you look at the continent of Latin America, every country, I mean, geez, the death rate is just appalling. But if you go to Africa, nobody's dying. So, black race, they're not going to die unless they're mixed in with like Latino race or whatever. I mean, I'm sure there'll be some black people dying. And it's hard to find like pure black race in America because they're kind of racially mixed. But in Africa, where there are pure black races, people are not dying at all. I mean, they're not dying, like zero death in many African countries. But yeah, so if you're 100% pure African American, like Black American, then you probably won't die from COVID. I mean, you have very little chance. I mean, you can, obviously, it's a virus, could kill anybody, but the chance is very low. But as I said, not many people are 100% Black in America. There's a lot of racial mixture. In Africa, there are a lot, the majority are 100% Black. Yeah. Anyway, New York is number 4 in terms of cases, 430,774 cases. Death is at 32,918, 8% death rate. So during the flu season, probably the death rate will be much higher for every state. You see how, like California, Florida, Texas, most of the deaths were in the summer. So the death rate is at 2%. But in the winter, death rate will be probably like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12%. Yeah. So that would increase number of deaths as well. So easily you would have 60,000 dying per state, which means 3 million deaths in the United States of America in flu season. Yeah, that's easily going to be done. Ask Dr. Fauci, ask Dr. Hahn, ask Dr. Gottlieb, ask Dr. Gupta, ask Dr. Redfield. They all agree that it's possible for 3 million Americans to die. Nobody's going to say it's not possible because it's scientifically possible. And I would say it's likely that it will happen, unfortunately, But I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to lie to you. You have too many people lying to you right now. I don't believe in the liberal media. I believe that you deserve the truth. Truth shall set you free. Whether you live or die, you want the truth. I understand that. And that's why I'm going to tell you the truth. Yeah, I remember back on, like CPAC, CPAC. I got my frisbee from there, yeah. Yeah, and, I enjoyed CPAC, Moose is looking at the CPAC photos. He's like, oh, how nice. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, I enjoy CPAC tremendously, I switched over to independent in March, and if you watch the video at the end of this video, you will see why. But in February, when CPAC was running, I actually was still part of the Republican Party. I officially changed over to be independent with Federal Election Commission. Obviously, so if you go to Federal Election Commission's website, you can see that I'm independent, no party affiliation. Yeah, but you can see, in the little video after this video, it's going to be in the top left-hand corner. Why I switched over. But yeah, there's a Republican convention. I was going to run against, like all of us are friends, Jeff Jordan, Mark Elmore, Mike Webb, and me. And so 4 of us were going to run against each other. I think I would have won. Sorry, Jordan. Sorry, yeah, sorry, Jeff. But I think I would have won. But yeah, but I ended up switching over. So unfortunately, or fortunately, who knows? Maybe it's the best thing that happened to me. Yeah, so I'm independent. So yeah, so that's that. Yeah, so you meet Hoyas everywhere. Hoya. Yeah, so I met a Hoya who interviewed me there on the left top hand corner. Yeah, so yeah, you could see my interview with Paul if you go to my website, Heerak for Congress, and you can watch the video of my interview. But he's an alumnus of Georgetown. So we talked about that for a little bit. I met a lot of other people who are not from, who are not alumni of Georgetown. Like that talk today. You can watch my video interview uh, with that episode, that show. If you go to my website, heerakforcongress.com. And I was interviewed by other journalists as well. Um, so all the photos are with people who interview me, or who had their people interview me. So yeah, I mean, I really enjoy my time at CPAC. I'm looking forward to going to CPAC again in 2021. It'll be like, hopefully as a U.S. congressman. So send me to Congress, vote for me for U.S. Congress and for Virginia's 8th District on November 3rd. That would be the smartest thing you do, because you need me in Congress uh, to help you and save you from COVID-19. Um, I mean, I'm not, obviously if I went great, I'll go to Congress and fight for you. I'll fight the liberal media, and I'll try to make your life better, your future better, your children's future better, your grandchildren's future better. So that's something that I can promise you, that I'll fight for you to save your life from COVID, to make America a more decent country, one nation under God. Obviously, we mean Jesus Christ, right? When we say God. Now, that's like majority of Americans think of Jesus when we say one nation under God. Um, yeah, I mean, send me to Congress. Help me, I'll help you, right? You help me, so I could help you, right? Um, but if I don't win in November 3rd, 2020, then I'll continue working as a nurse at Virginia Hospital Center. So I'll do what I can to save as many people as I can. Obviously, I could do far more if I'm at U.S. Congress. I could do things nationally to help you. And I think that's better for you. But if I don't win election on November 3rd, 2020, I'll continue working at Virginia Hospital Center, and save people's lives, my neighbors in Arlington, and other people come to Virginia Hospital Center too, right? From DC, Alexandria, Fairfax County, Falls Church. But yeah, so I mean, I mean, I do what God wants me to do. If you vote for me, I help you nationally. We could turn our country around. If not, that's fine. Our country's kind of sinking, unfortunately. But maybe that's God's will. Who knows? You know. Yeah. We'll see. If you're smart enough to vote for me, wise enough to vote for me in, then our country will no longer start sinking. We'll start floating. But maybe that's not what God wants. Maybe God wants America to sink. We don't know. I mean, I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't know what God wants. Well, I kind of know what God wants, but I don't know 100% what God wants. You know what I'm saying? I want to run and go into U.S. Congress as, a congressman representing Virginia's 8th District, Arlington, Alexandria, Falls Church, and Fairfax County, so that I could save America, so that I could bring America back to God, and so that we can be one nation under God, under the grace of God, that we could run into prosperity, so we could make America great again. That's what I want to do. But, I mean, if you don't vote for me, well, we won't be able to do that. So, it's up to you, So November 3rd, 2020, make sure you vote for me. Currently, I'm fighting Virginia Governor Northam and Virginia Board of Elections to have the 1,000 signature requirement waived. I went independent on, like in March, which required me to submit 1,000 signatures by June 9th. Governor Northam shut down the state with the stay-at-home order on March 30th to last till June 10th, making it impossible for me to collect signatures. So I wrote a letter to Virginia Board of Elections, Commissioner Chip Piper, to waive my requirement for the 1,000 signatures, and he wrote back and said he doesn't have legal authority to do that. Obviously, Governor Northam can, so I wrote a letter to him He hasn't written back to me yet. He's like ignoring me. Jeez, how impolite is that? That's kind of rude. But anyway, I waited and waited for his letter, responding to my letter. I didn't get it. So on June 3rd, 6 days before the deadline, I filed a lawsuit uh, to have those 1,000 signatures waived. So I filed that in Virginia's Arlington Circuit Court. So it's in the court system. So I'm legit. I'm legally a candidate for U.S. Congress in Virginia's 8th District. I expect the court to issue an order to waive the 1,000 signature, and my name will be entered into the ballot. But if you order the absentee ballot and you don't see my name there, just write it in, Heerak Christian Kim. Just make sure you spell it right. Go to my website, look at the spelling. Make sure you spell it right. But it should be on the ballot. I called the Arlington Circuit Court, and the clerk told me that trial will be in September. So, he represents Arlington Circuit Court. So, yeah, so just wait for the trial. It'll be kind of fun, highly public, highly fun. Yeah, momentous an election year. I'm looking forward to it. See what kind of entertainment I bring you. I don't know if it's entertainment, but hey, it's probably entertaining for you to watch the fight, quote, fight between the main event, the big event, between Virginia Governor Northam and me, But anyway, yeah, so I'll share some more fun stuff tomorrow, along with important information you need to survive COVID-19, you and your children. So I hope you will tune in tomorrow as well. It was good seeing you today. I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Yeah, and I hope you will take my advice. Kind of make sure you wear a mask whenever you go outside. Ideally, a surgical mask. You could order like 50 boxes of those on Amazon.com. Yeah, so they're probably the best masks, but they don't look really good. So, they're not very aesthetic. So you could put one of these over that, or you could, I guess you could just wear a cloth mask as long as you're not talking to anybody within 6 feet. But it's a little bit risky. I wouldn't do it. I would always wear a surgical mask underneath, because you don't want to get COVID and die. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Tomorrow is day 3 of Republican National Convention. So wonder what will happen. I'm currently studying for my NCLEX RN exam. I've shared with you I graduated from Georgetown from Clinical Nurse Leader Program. So 25 of us, all of us are taking NCLEX RN exam. So that's coming, in the coming weeks. So I'm kind of studying really hard for that. So my evenings are filled with that. Priorities, I'm not Republican, I'm independent. So, if I were Republican, yeah, I'd be involved in the convention, but I'm not a Republican, I'm independent. No party affiliation, as Federal Election Commission website shows. So, yeah, I got to do my thing. So I'm going to study for my stuff that I need to study for. I passed my Clinical Nurse Leader National Certification exam, and I have this NCLEX RN exam to take. So, yeah, so that's my priority now in the evenings. So, I'll watch the recap later, Political speeches are political speeches, you know what I mean? So, but yeah. But you go ahead and watch, if you have time, you don't have other things to do. But right now, my priority is I got to pass. I got to take this NCLEX RN and pass. I got 99% on the predictor test. So, I should have no problem passing, but I'm not going to take it for granted. You know what I mean? Yeah, you never take life for granted. So, yeah, so I'm working hard and reviewing all my stuff. So, yeah, but I'm here, with you every day to make sure that, I give you the information you need for you and your children to survive COVID-19. So, yeah, so you should be thankful for that. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I hope you have a nice day. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.